So for a neurodivergent client, their natural way of being, the way their brain is wired, the way their nervous system is wired, often gets mislabeled as coaching resistance. And I want to talk about two of the many reasons why that can happen today. The first one is shutdown. For a neurodivergent brain, there is often a challenge with sensory overload, with information overload, with needing time to process, to think, maybe needing to actually physically move while you're thinking. So you're sitting in a coaching session feeling you've got to be still. All of your stims and your normal masking and coping strategies go out the window. So you don't have access to the prefrontal cortex of your brain that is going to answer the questions the way the coach wants you to, because your nervous system has downgraded that and said we're in threat mode. Okay, and it prioritizes blood flow to the primal part of the brain and to the bits of the nervous system that do the fight, flight, freeze, fawn response. So this can lead to something that looks like shutdown as a client. Yeah, they might literally go offline and just be functioning in front of you, but they're no longer able to engage actively in the coaching process. When this happens, you need neurodivergent friendly techniques to be able to help them reset the nervous system and maybe shift the way they're thinking, being able to accommodate the fact a client might need to move around. Yeah, I know my husband's given me permission to share. If we're having a difficult conversation, I can sometimes get really irritated because I don't feel I have his full attention because he's wandering around the kitchen doing things. And yet for him, he thinks better when he's moving. If he has to sit still, he's more likely to go into this shutdown, this freeze, this collapse response. And the second element is emotions. For some neurodivergent clients, they don't process emotions in the same way as some of your neurotypical clients do. They might not be able to name them as well. They might not be able to experience them as emotions. They might be bodily sensations instead. They might not process other people's emotions in the same way. So the assumptions that we make as a coach about emotional responses from clients may not fit for how we interpret a neurodivergent client's experience of the coaching session. This can make a huge difference because if you want someone to experience an emotion, which I've discussed in another video is actually not coaching territory, but it's where a lot of training takes people, you might find that some neurodivergent clients will struggle to do that in ways that you are predicting. And this is one of the many reasons why having foundational training in working with neurodivergent clients is so vitally important in coaching training and why it's one of the key modules in my Master Coach certification program. So those are two ways that neurodivergent difference can get misdiagnosed and almost pathologized as being coaching resistance. And if you try and force someone to push on through that, what's going to happen is they're going to shut down more. They're likely to blame themselves, and they're very unlikely to achieve the breakthroughs that you wanted them to from the coaching sessions. A little bit of training and being able to spot this and to be able to adapt your approach to meet their needs means you'll be able to help them get breakthroughs that no other coach has managed for them in the past.